Overwhelmingly, my feelings are that this week was a great thing, and I hope that this pattern continues into the future. I just simply believe it is healthy for the game as a whole, whether you're super casual, whether you're more hardcore. I think it was a good thing. For those who aren't sure what I'm talking about, Savage was delayed by 1 week, and my feedback is quite direct. It's one of the better things to happen to the game, and I do hope that this continues onward. But such a direct answer I feel betrays the significance of it. The developers did ask for feedback on this week, and I would like to chime in with my thoughts and experience and why I'm saying that it's so good. So the first thing that I need to say out the gate to lay out some context is that I am someone who definitely does raid in Savage, and I am extremely, massively excited to get into there, and it's just like the OST, the themes, even the glamours. I really like how they look when they're dyed white. The Sage set with the Nulus and the wings, oh, beautiful. Beautiful set. But to be clear, I'm more at the mid-core level. I hope that this tier goes well for me and my group. For the first time in a long time, I genuinely feel like I've gotten a good group of friends together, of people that really care, and I just adore them as a whole. We're spending more time in Discord talking than anything. I'm getting good feelings. I'm getting really good, happy feelings, and that's exactly what I go and raid for. But to be fully transparent on this topic, I do need to add a little bit more onto that. I am not a world first raider and never want to be one for a ton of reasons, but most importantly, that's just not how I view and enjoy this game. I'd need to not raid with my boyfriend, which is something that I refuse to do. My point in saying that, though, is that I'm not invested in the world first race, nor do I know anyone who's actually going after world first. I know a lot of people who like are streaming, but they're not actually like world first, real world first progging. That's not what they're actually doing, even though some of them put that in their titles. That's not quite what they're doing, and they know that. They'd probably tell you that if they were being on it, like, asked to. But I'm utterly disconnected from that world is what I'm trying to get at. Not that I think anything negative of that. I think it's great for the game. I think it's great advertisement for it. I think that it is drawing in so much attention, and that for those who are interested in doing that and those who are interested in watching it should absolutely do it. I don't want anyone to get in the way with that, but I do want to state that so that people know that my opinion is based off of that. So with that context laid out, the first point is that it gave me breathing room to take the MSQ and the raid quests very, very, very slowly, which is honestly the pace that I personally do like to take it at. I do not rush through cutscenes. You cannot make me rush through cutscenes. I'll tell you, you can wait. Or kick me. I don't give a crap. I will enjoy the little bit of like story that I'm gonna go through. We only get it once every few months. I'm not going to be rushed through it, period. But I go through things slowly. I talk to every single NPC out there. It's like, maybe I would even do really good if I started streaming that, because it's like people are like, oh, well, you should stream. And I'm like, shoot, with what time? I was going to stream like over a year and a half ago, but that never panned out because my day job just, way too crazy. But my point is, I love the story so much, and I have for years and years. The developers have truly created a masterpiece that I would argue, and I think argue successfully, is more of a book or a set of novels than a movie, which is what a lot of expansions feel like. It's a beautiful series of novels, and it's truly a delight to go through. And so it's like when people are like, YouTuber, it's such a weird thing to me still, because I genuinely started this just to fangirl over Final Fantasy XIV and talk about it, just like help people out, give back to the community. I really couldn't care less, and yes, I'm saying that right, I could not care less if the views are good or not. That's not a, how to say it? That's not a new statement for me to make, but some of the comments state the funniest things, regardless of the week delay or not. I have in the past pushed Savage ahead, like pushed it back I should say, as me and my group caught up on Quest and MSQ, and I think one of the worst things to do to someone is to deny them the ability to enjoy a game for the parts that they enjoy. MSQ and Raid story being 2. Not just 1, but 2. And so that lack of pressure felt exceptionally nice this time around. Now the second thing is that this patch launched with Island Sanctuary, a piece of content that I have wanted since it was first announced. And while not everyone's expectations were met, Mine were pleasantly surprised. I thought I'd enjoy it, but for very different reasons than what I actually got. I didn't expect the level of depth and intrigue that it did provide me, and now I have an extremely reliable passive source of guild to add into gardening and retainers. Passive guild generation is very nice, and I find the entire island sanctuary genuinely quite fun. For real though, in spite of what comments would tell you. You can't get me to do something I don't enjoy, guys. That is probably my first thing to say. That's why you see giant missing portions of content of this game, because I'm like, no. Or portions of like things that YouTubers are talking about, I'm like, I would rather skip that. But this week delay allowed me to just go full in on my day job, work it, get my 8 hours in, get off of it, and right on top of my island sanctuary, absolutely unapologetically, with no interference. People have called me all sorts of things in the comments over it, but you know what? It was great fun, and I actually had the time to do it, and that felt great. Now, obviously, that extends into the extreme trial and being able to enjoy it and get into it without the looming pressure of, hey buddy, why aren't you in PF right now learning XYZ? It just feels great. And again, yesterday's video was me talking about it on a healer. It's such a great fight. Now, the third big point is that it allowed the market board to stabilize with the crafters, and good grief, this week was one that I said to keep your eyes out for, and I, for one, am glad that I sold all my material early before the patch, because immediately it hit the ground as soon as the patch was launched, basically. It had a huge valley in there for a few days, but I did say a valley. Kind of, you get what I mean, graphs with peaks, valleys. But then it slowly climbed back up, but not to pre-patch levels, because, or rather, specifically for direct hit material, it was climbing back up, which are still going fairly strong. Direct hit material are just 9. Direct hit 9 material are just whoa. But it was also nice to see crafted consumables, the gear, and the rest also be reasonable prices. Crafters, mind you, may disagree, saying that this destroyed their raid patch profits, but for me personally, it was a nice change. Plus, crafted gear is still extremely expensive on the market board. The prices did not crash anywhere near as bad as they did for the first raid tier. I don't know what to say the exact reasons for it. I'm not sure. I'd need to sit down and probably think about it for like an hour or so, but a lot of these pieces I'm looking on for Gilgamesh are just around the 800k per piece price point, like the healer body, which is just wild. They definitely are not fully crashed like they were before, but they are definitely not as expensive as you would expect on a day one Savage. Lastly, my last point is going to be for Tomestones and getting another gear piece, which I've heard around is a criticism, and I kind of just find this weird. People are so worried about an extra 450 Tomestones. Honestly, if that many Tomestones, which is still under the full price of like a helmet or something, it's just like, what? I picked up a necklace last week and I'm picking up a helmet this week. Like, and it's only 10 item levels more than what is a crafted piece, which again, you can pentameld the crafted piece. So it is definitely objectively better, but it's not so much better that it's overwhelming. And honestly, if that makes a difference, then I'd be shocked. Probably having good RNG on the drops that you get and distributing them to group members as you're clearing the tier would be bigger impact. I just think it's totally blown out of proportion, this criticism, kind of like people who are unironically optimizing around if you're a Seeker of the Sun cat girl or not for an absolutely tiny fraction of more stats. Even I, who does enjoy optimization, and my day job can attest to that, because I automate a lot of that, because trust me, I don't want to do that by hand. Like Island Sanctuary, I'm not doing that by hand. No, I see these spreadsheets that are like, well, you can enter all these information. No, I don't want to do that. I'm too lazy. But my point is, even I realize how minuscule the gains are, and so like if I see like optimization potential, I'm like, okay, that's sweet, but are the gains worth that? In this case, I'd say no, but I digress. My point is, resoundingly, overwhelmingly, my feelings are this week was a great thing, and I do hope this pattern continues into the future. I do believe it's healthy for the game as a whole, and that's really it. If you enjoyed this video, it would actually make me super happy if you dropped a P8S weapon on that like button and cat dad that subscribe button. I want that glamour so bad. The new lists look great. Anyhow, that's it for today. Take care, everyone, and I hope you have a beautiful day.